This is chapter 23 of the book titled God's Gift to Women by Michael Baisden. The drive to Olivia's friend's house took 45 minutes. It should have only taken half an hour, but Olivia couldn't remember which exit to get off of. At least that's what she claimed. She tried to bring up what happened between us in Chicago, but I ignored it and focused on where I was going. I was so intoxicated that the lines on the road began to blur. It didn't help that my bladder was about to explode from all the alcohol I drank. When we pulled into the circular driveway, I quickly unlocked the doors to let her out. Have a good night, Olivia. Bye. Thanks for the ride. She leaned over and kissed me on the cheek. You're a lifesaver. You're welcome. Now, good night. You sure you don't want to come in for a nightcap? For old time's sake. I don't think that's a good idea, I said while squeezing my legs together to keep from peeing on myself. Are you all right? You seem a little tense. I'm fine. I just want to get going. I've got a long drive home. Julian, stop acting silly and come inside and use the bathroom. I'm not going to bite you. She got out the car and ran towards the front door. Come on. I knew it was a bad idea, but I had to go. There was no gas stations in sight, and I didn't want to get shot while peeing in somebody's bushes, so I turned off the ignition and rushed out into the rain behind her. The one-story ranch house was very quaint. The lawn, which was about a quarter acre, was well manicured with rose beds lining both sides of the walkway. The entrance had double glass doors and expensive marble tile, which appeared to be brand new. There were moving boxes everywhere. I stumbled over one as I walked into the foyer. So where's the bathroom? Down the hall, she pointed. First door to your right. I walked as fast as I could without running. When I finally made it to the toilet, I let it rip. Usually, when a man hasn't been inside a woman's house before, he'll try to pee on the side of the toilet to avoid making a loud splashing sound. But I ain't care if it sounded like Niagara Falls. My bladder was so full, I peed for 2 minutes straight. I moaned. That's better than sex. When I came out of the bathroom, Olivia was in the kitchen drying her hair with a towel. There was a pot of water boiling on the stove and 2 cups and saucers sitting on the counter. I thought you might like a cup of tea to help you sober up. No thanks, Olivia. I gotta go. I was walking toward the door. I appreciate the use of the bathroom. Take care. Then I rushed out. The rain was coming down even harder by the time I got back to the car. I was worried about the power going out at home, so I pulled out my cell phone to call Samantha. All circuits are busy. Please try your call again later, the recording said. I tried to call a second and third time, but got the same message. As I was about to drive off, I noticed the car was leaning on the front driver's side. I figured it was the alcohol playing tricks on me, but as I drove faster, the car pulled sharply to the left. What the... I stopped at the end of the driveway and stepped out to see what was wrong. When I kneeled down to inspect the front driver's side tire, I saw it was flat. That's just what I need. A flat tire at 2 o'clock in the morning in the middle of a fucking hurricane. Why me, Lord? I shouted to the sky. I popped the trunk and pulled out the jack and spare tire. The lug wrench was small and hard to hold on to. When I tried to loosen the bolts on the tire, my hand slipped off and smashed against the ground. God damn it! I tried again, then again, but each time it slipped off. I conceded defeat and got back in the car to call Hertz roadside assistance. This time my cell phone read, looking for service. I dreaded the thought of going back inside the house to deal with Olivia, but I had no choice. I locked the car doors and rushed up the driveway soaking wet. Olivia must have been watching from the window because the door swung open before I could ring the bell. What's the matter? Yeah, I've got a flat tire. I need to use your phone. It's right there on the end of the table. I dialed the number hoping someone would pick up. When they finally did, I felt relieved. Hello? Hertz? I have a flat tire and I need assistance. What's your contact number? After I gave her my number, she put me on hold while she checked to see if there were any tow trucks available. Sorry, sir. We're swamped with calls tonight due to the bad weather. We can get a truck out to you first thing in the morning. I really need to get home tonight, miss. I'm willing to tip generously. We don't work like that, sir. But as I said, if you give me the directions to where your vehicle is located, we'll come by first thing in the morning and take care of it. Olivia, what's the address here? 244 Jefferson Parkway. I repeated the address to the operator along with the other details they needed to get my service set up for the morning. After I hung up the phone, I leaned back on the sofa and put my hands over my face. I was so tired and drunk that the room felt like it was spinning. Olivia came over with a towel and a cup of hot tea. Here, drink this. It'll make you feel better. While I sipped the tea, she took off my blazer and began drying me with the towel. When I closed my eyes and started to relax, she lifted my feet and tried to take off my shoes. Hold on, Slick. I grabbed her hand. I'm not that drunk. I'm just trying to make you feel comfortable. You are staying the night, aren't you? Yeah, but that doesn't mean I want to get naked. All I need is a blanket and a pillow, and I'll be fine. You're too tall to sleep on this small sofa. I'll sleep on the floor then. Don't be silly. You can come in the guest room. And where are you going to sleep? In my girlfriend's bed? She'll probably spend the night at her boyfriend's house. All right, lead the way. I'm too damn tired to argue. All I remember from that point on was feeling the softness of the mattress underneath me and the lights going out. Sleep well, my sweet Julian, I heard Olivia whisper. Then she kissed me on the cheek. I've got a big surprise for you in the morning. That is the end of chapter 23. Stay tuned.